Hello, it's Eric here, and I'm very happy to start a new series of videos. And so this new series of videos is about logic. It's one of my favorite subjects in philosophy. But before I do that, maybe you can hear some background, not noise, but some background things going on. Yeah, like it's not music, it's not noise, but it's actually some waves flashing on the beach. Yeah. But the funny thing is that I'm actually not in the beach. I'm physically in an office building, and but you can still hear some wave sound in the beach. Yeah, that's because I went to the beach last night and I recorded some wave actions and waves lapping at the beach and things like that. Yeah. So now I can record any video with beach ambience, beach wave sound at the background, without actually having gone to the beach. And today is the first video on logic, and so I have chosen the topic of circular reasoning, and it's probably one of the most logical faults. People make problems and people make mistakes when they do logical reasoning. Yeah, so it's one of the most popular mistakes that people make in logic. Yeah, so it's circular reasoning. And so let me give you a couple of examples just to illustrate what is meant by circular reasoning. Yeah, so circular reasoning, the theory basically is that you have two events. Yeah, so then you say if A happens, then B happens. And then if B happens, then A happens, then it sort of like goes around and around in a circle. Okay, so the first example is, let's say, for example, I say event A is the sun will rise tomorrow morning, yeah? And so if I say, the sun will rise tomorrow morning because the sun always rises in the morning, yeah? And then I turn around and say, okay, so the sun rises in the morning because the sun will always rise in the morning, yeah? So that's a perfect example of circular reasoning, yeah. And the second example that I can offer is, let's say, for example, military draft. In some countries they have compulsory military service that the boys have to do, yeah. And then, but in some cases you can get exemption, And for example, I say, if you go to college, then you don't have to join the army, yeah. But in order to go to college, you have to join the army first. Yeah, and so that's another perfect example of circular reasoning. Yeah, so let me say it again. If you go to college, then you don't have to join the army. But in order for you to go to college, you have to join the army first. Then you can go to college. Yeah. So another way to say it is it's a bit like a catch-22 situation. And there's no way for you to get out. You have to go to college. You have to go to college first, and then you don't have to join the army. But if you want to go to college, you have to join the army first. Yeah. So it's an example that they say is in the catch-22 genre. Yeah. And there are so many other examples in circular reasoning, and we'll go through a few of them more in the next video. And but the biggest problem that circular reasoning can lead to is what they call the fallacy of induction. In logic, usually you do induction, but if you induction actually falls into the problem of circular reasoning. Yeah, and we will explain a little bit more in the next video. Yeah, so I'll see you in the next video. Bye.